Hey guys, I'm really excited to announce that registration is now open for the Self Storage Summit. So go to theselfstoragesummit.com. So the big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self Storage Show. Alright, how's it going? It's Monday already again. It's crazy. I don't know, this month is this month is flying by, I swear. Got too many things to do and not enough time to do it in. So whoever's on, say hi, please. I always like that. Yeah, so it's been kind of a crazy weekend, getting things together for the summit. As always, a lot of moving parts when it comes to putting this together. A lot more than I anticipated, quite frankly, but it's coming. It's getting there. I'll play this real quick. Had a little video, little teaser promo kind of thing made, so I'll play it for 30 seconds. Tell me what you think of it here. Something fun. That's the point. Trying to have fun with this, change it up a little bit, build some anticipation up for it. It's not until November. Actually, it's gonna be here before you know it. But so all the registrants are right now getting those put together. Again, the selfstoragesummit.com is where it's at, getting those all set up, and I'll start doing some teasers of some of the presenters because they've got about 10 of them recorded so far. So it's coming. It's been fun. Anyway, for today, for lack of time, let's kind of jump right into it here. It's funny. I was just sitting down at my computer and looked up, and right above my computer here in my office, I have this sign. There we go. Just says simplify. Anyway, it's always a good reminder. There's always, I won't say necessarily an easier way, but there's always a simpler way of doing what you're trying to get accomplished. And it's always a good reminder of everything I'm doing. Like, okay, is there a way I can simplify this process? And sometimes that actually means, taking 2 steps back to take 1 step forward kind of a thing, because sometimes it puts processes in place that it's more cumbersome. It takes time to get that set up, but you're setting yourself up for future success by having a more simple process. So as always, I'll turn this around to self-storage here, since that's what we're doing. And first off, I just always, look at when it comes to simplifying processes and as much as possible, and that's putting yourself in the customer's shoes. And what can you do to simplify the process for them? And again, it'll make the process simpler for you too, as well as an operator, manager. But if you come at it from the standpoint of what can I do to simplify this process for the customer, then you'll reap the benefits just from its own doing that. And a couple examples. I would say like of course auto bill. I mean that's a pretty low hanging fruit right there. But yeah, I mean that's easiest way to simplify that paying your rent process is going on auto bill. And frankly, that's right at the time of moving. When they're moving in, to say, hey, great, what's the best card you want to put this on for auto pay? Just simple as that. You're just assuming you want to go on auto pay. Don't be like, so to avoid late charges, we do recommend you go on auto pay, or would you like to go on auto pay? No, just assume. Pretty much everyone does it anyway, so just assume. What's the best card for you to put this on for auto pay? Simple as that. Shut up, and they'll hand me the card and move on. Okay. It's just a subtle little change in your verbiage, but man, it makes a big difference. So lowest hanging fruit right there is just focusing on auto pay. That's going to simplify the process when it comes to, of course, collecting their rent. Want to worry about going through collections and going through the lien, trying to get a hold of them, and all that crap that goes along with it. Because man, that's just time and effort that maybe could have avoided if you just got to auto pay at the very beginning, and simplify the process for the customer. Because hey, now they don't have to worry about trying to remember paying their bill every month. They're getting an invoice in the email. Oh, I didn't read my email. I went through the junk folder. I don't get invoices. Look at that. And then you have to calling them, say, hey, now you're late. And it's just a whole thing. Just cut all off the head at the very beginning and just get auto pay, because you're simplifying the process for them and for you. Everybody wins. All right. That's just a real quick, low-hanging fruit kind of a thing that's can just save a lot of time and energy if you just get that right up front. So there's my little 2 cents on that. Next one is, this is one of those kind of 2 step backs, 1 step forward kind of a thing. And that's going as paperless as possible. And really the first thing that you're trying to accommodate is your lease, to get that paperless. And I say 2 steps back because it can be a pain getting your lease set up the first time correctly in whatever sort of software you're using. It all comes down to a formatting issue. Every time it's always just a formatting thing. Oh, okay, now we got this line. That part I get. And it's kind of a pain to get that going at times. You think you have it just right? No, one more thing you got to change. But it's so much better once you have everything paperless. Again, putting yourself in that customer point of view. How can you make the experience and the customer service experience better for the customer and simplify that process? Well, there's nothing simpler than just saying, all right, cool. Thanks, Mrs. Smith. Got y'all entered the computer here. Cool. Just, that was a little meta, seeing both of me. Just sign here. Cool. You got it. We're just going to email you the contract. Done. Sweet. All right. Have a good day. See ya. Just so much better that way. And again, it's simplifying the process for you as well, because now you have everything digitized. It's so much easier to look at contracts and just have everything in the cloud, essentially, for that kind of stuff. And for the customer, they have to worry about having 7 pages of a contract. Now they're just going to go home and stick it in a drawer somewhere or lose it. And now their personal information is out there. It's simplifying the process for everyone. And that's as much as you can when it comes to paperless operations. Start from the contract and then work your way down. Of course, contract, and you got your late notices that you can email now, which is fantastic. Our postage rates have just gone down dramatically ever since going paperless. It's great. Now, again, once you get to the liens and all that, you got some state statutes. You got to send certified mail. A little different. There's so much you can do, paperless now. So go through and sit down and go through what your operations are, what you're actually sending in the mail. All right, cool. What can we do to make sure that's paperless? Call your customer service for your storage software. They'll walk you through it. They'll help you out. It's what they do. It's what they get paid for. They'll help you out with that. But start from the contract. Seriously, just get the big project done first. Start off with your contract. Get that paperless. I'll just keep saying that over and over again, because once you've done it, you'll just be like, how did I ever live without it? Because it just makes life so much easier for you and the tenant. All right. And lastly, as far as like simplifying a process, that comes to mind, and that is it's a call center. Seriously, it's one of those things where, again, putting yourself in the frame of mind of how can I help the customer, simplify the customer experience for them. Well, they don't want to deal with calling and then having it go to voicemail and then worry about getting the call back, or I hate to say it, but they get stuck in the gate kind of a thing. And now what? Now they're stuck and they're trying to call an emergency number or trying to, pound on the manager's door if they live at the site. It's just a whole thing. Versus, here's a number, in case of emergency, or for, just in case of everyday operations, the calling, you just can't get to that phone call. Helping the customer out, it goes to a call center. It's simplifying that process. There's less friction. There's less, don't have to leave messages, and they can actually talk to a live person. It's just, again, simplifying that process. And for call centers, and there's plenty of them out there. I don't sit there and put my stamp of approval on any one of them, quite frankly. Some have more of a relationship with a certain software, that kind of thing. So won't get involved in that, but just the simple fact of not having things go to voicemail. that's the bottom line. I'd much rather, and I get the thing of like, well, they don't do things exactly how I want them to answer the phone. I get it. None of them are perfect. I mean, trust me, none of them are perfect. They try. They do a great job. But, and I get it, they're not physically know your location, top to bottom. And sometimes they honestly get some things screwed up when it comes to sizes and availability. That happens. I understand that. But I would much rather have it still go to a live person talking to a customer than leaving a message or never leaving a message at all. You're going to your competition, or like I said before, if there's actually an emergency and an issue, man, they don't want to be sitting around waiting around and then having to call the cops and get them involved and have them get sprung from behind the gate that's broken or something like that. It's just a great way of again, helping that customer. So again, that's just, I can probably go on and on, but that's just 3 quick ways I would say of simplifying that process for you as an operator or manager, and also it's helping the customer as well. That's, hey, auto pay, going as much as you can for paperless office, and then call center. So again, there's probably plenty of other things you can think of. In fact, that's a great way to end this, is brainstorm for like 15 minutes. Just sit down, title it Simplifying Operations. That's great. And just kind of go through your workday. Or in fact, just have a piece of paper by your desk over the course of the day. And as you're going through the day-to-day operations of running your storage business, just like writing things down as things come up. Like, oh, okay, how can I, simplify that process? How can I make that a little more efficient? You always maybe hear me go back to the 1% improvement kind of mentality. What can I do today to improve my operations by 1%? Same kind of thing. This goes right hand in hand with that kind of philosophy of just, as you go through the day, like, what can you do to help simplify the process? Now, again, I get it. Sometimes you have to kind of break things to make them better. I understand that. And sometimes in the process of breaking things and all that, you're being less productive, and it's kind of a little counterintuitive. However, in the long run, it's so much better. You'll be so happy that you did, that kind of a simplification of the process. So just, I'll leave it with that. Think of today, just, any kind of aspects of what you did to simplify a certain process for you and the customer. Want to be bold enough to go on the comments and let me know what you did. I would really appreciate that as well. So I can kind of turn that into some other content later on as well. I can do an episode, give me some ideas. All right. So let me know. So with that, got things to do. Have a great Monday or whenever you are actually listening to this. So I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much. I will see you tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.
Thanks for supporting the show. I want to let you know that we've just opened up our brand new free private Facebook group. There I'll be having some extra special content not found anywhere else. If you really want your facility to be a success in today's market, then this is going to be the place for you. You can request to join us at selfstoragecommunity.com or search for Self Storage Domination Community on Facebook.